This is for discussion number one. We are to watch three commercials, one from DirecTV, one from Citi, and one for Snickers commercials. I decided to choose the Snickers commercials, even though all the other commercials were really funny, and I had seen most of them growing up. What I noticed right off the bat is Snickers tries to relate to people, and that they use techniques such as self-identification on page 19 in our book, where people can look at it and go, "Hey, I'm kind of like that," or "Hey, my friend's kind of like that." They use the slogan, "You're not you when you're hungry," and I think most people can identify with that as saying, when you're a little slow or lethargic, you're really not yourself, and maybe food is the comfort and the cure to that. Um, Watching all of the commercials, I noticed that rhetoric is used very heavily. And rhetoric is the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figures of speech and other compositional techniques. And it's funny because I'm taking a class that is teaching rhetoric, and it is very heavily used with, car rides with people being like, "Oh, it's so hot in the back," and stuff like that. So it really does relate to the viewer. It's very now, and it's trendy to be humorous in your advertising. So I think Snickers does a really good job of doing that. Another thing I found was on page 17, there was a link to Common Ground. And I noticed that in the Snickers commercial because, people play football. It's not stuff like dragons flying around, it's stuff that people do every day. And it's interesting to see Snickers play that in a humorous way to get people to buy their candy bars. I noticed that in the commercial with Joe Pesci. It appeals to the older and younger generations because of the movies Home Alone and older flicks that he's in. So it's really funny with his accent, the way he speaks. He really relates to a lot of people. And the one last thing that I noticed was a plethora of cultural diversity by using people of different backgrounds. It wasn't just like an all these commercials were not just like all white people, or all these commercials were just all Indian people. It was a combination of both, with African Americans and white people being in it. I thought that was good because in now in today's age that is extremely important, and it's important that everybody is integrated into the same system. And that is my review.